So she's going through this chase down and ends up coming to the rescue with an insect whistle. So it's like totally non-violent how she resolves a situation where her friends are in serious physical danger, but she's all smart and prepared and throws out the insect whistle and is able to draw them away, and everything's good. And as she goes with her friends to the castle in the Valley of the Wind, it's this beautiful valley with all these nice trees and a peaceful castle and all these little people, farming and stuff. It's really nice. And it, looks like a great place to live. And her friend has brought her a little fox squirrel. And fox squirrel is like one of the cutest things I've ever seen. And it comes out and, her friend gives it to her, and the fox squirrel's all scared and freaked out. And she takes it in her hand, and the fox squirrel's all growling at her and all upset. And she just sits there, and he bites her really hard. You see him draw blood, and she just stands there and looks at him. Doesn't get mad, doesn't get freaked out. She's just waiting, because what she's doing is she's proving to the little fox squirrel that she can be trusted. She's not going to hurt him, even when threatened, and they can be friends. So eventually you see, like, bit by bit, the little fox squirrel's ears go down, and he relaxes and then licks where he hurt her, and they are now forever good friends. He goes with her everywhere. So she's got her little, familiar friend that she's running around with. And so, like I said, you've got this comparison between, cute animal friends in Nausicaa, you've got cute animal friends in Snow White, but it's different how Snow White handles the cute animals, where, they come to her door and she feeds them and stuff, but she's not doing anything in terms of showing a good way. I mean, you feed animals, they'll probably want to be your friend, but I thought that was such an interesting metaphor that they showed in Nausicaa, which is part of what makes it a more layered story, a more layered movie than just Snow White, where beautiful princess, nice to animals, blah, blah, blah. Anybody could guess that. It surprised me when Nausicaa stood there and let the little fox squirrel bite her, and that's how they became friends. This is a lesson I've learned in my life through experience is true, especially with, little animals who are all freaked out. They will sometimes hurt you when they're freaked out because they don't know what you're going to do. They've learned to not trust people, so, that's how they test you. And I just thought it was really interesting that that's what was shown. So it's just throughout the story, little examples of things like this. At one point, she goes completely apeshit because, Nausicaa, her father, is killed when this very militarily powerful country decides to land in their village, tear everything up, kill a bunch of people. It's bad. And she just goes crazy, and she's got this sword, and she will kill this person. But her friend from the beginning of the movie stops her, and the way he stops her is, he is blocking her sword, and he's not moving, the same way that she reacted to the fox squirrel. He's not moving. He's holding the sword. If she keeps pushing it, she's going to kill him, and he's her friend, so she doesn't want to do that. But she is just in a berserker rage because things are really messed up right now. And I just thought that was so good how they went from the scene with her with the fox squirrel to what anybody could relate to as what would seem like a justifiable reason to kill anybody. Your father just dies, people are taking over your palace, your village, and, her friend stops her. And that is a really important lesson. You don't see anything like that in Snow White or these other stories. First of all, they don't usually carry weapons or seem to know how to use them. Which in some ways is kind of unrealistic, especially for the time periods. I mean, I don't know, maybe princesses didn't do that, but in the Japanese stories, the princesses did know how to use swords, and they carried weapons, but tried not to use them unless, things went really horrible. But it was definitely marketed for little kids, Nausicaa was, and there are two male potential love interests in the story. In Nausicaa, there's this prince that she meets later on, and then her family friend. There's some implications there a little bit. I mean, it's not heavy, but that there could be some interest there. He's not too much older than her, it seems, maybe 15, 20 years, something like that. And a friend of her father's, obviously. And He's got this really awesome, crazy mustache beard. He's a cool guy. And it's not the main focus of the story at all, though. Whereas with almost every single Disney princess movie, the main focus of the story is on the princess being saved or somehow ending up in a relationship with a prince. Everything from Sleeping Beauty to Snow White to, I don't know, even Pocahontas, all of those. They really focus on that with all of the princess movies. And I feel like that's really at a serious detriment to the girls who are watching it. Part of the problem is it's not marketed to the boys. What's marketed to the boys are, soldier movies and all this fighting stuff, and they are not being marketed to be a prince, but this is going to be the majority of the guys who are going to grow up and they're going to be looking to get into a relationship with.